Welcome to the Regrid property app. Today we're going to be discussing the style tool, aka how you can change the color coding and sort of how the map looks. So I'm going to start by clicking on the style tool and we'll run through some of the general functions and then we can get into applying style rules as well. So the first thing to know about styles is this top section refers to sort of the default styling that happens to our entire parcel layer, which is sort of the first thing that you see on the map. So here, for example, the dark green boundaries for parcels, aka properties, comes from here. If I want to change this, I simply can click on it and then click using the color picker any of the other colors that exist. Or I can put in an RGB value or a hex code value by clicking these, but you can get to whatever color you'd like here. Parcel lines refers to the overall default color of all the parcels, and then you can also change your hovered parcel as well as your selected parcel colors too. So the hovered one is when you have your mouse over it, what color does it turn, and then the selected one is if you click on it, it'll turn that color. It's also perhaps worth talking about while we're here. You can always click to reset to default colors, and the default colors do change when you toggle between satellite and street because there are different needs, if on a predominantly white street background versus a darker satellite background. So you can change those as you like, and then they'll persist. So that's the high-level view of that. And then beyond that, if you want to color code properties based on certain characteristics, that's where we get into the style rules here. So the way to do that is to click Add a Rule, and then you see three drop-downs. So the first one is, what is the field that we want to color code on? So let's say I want to color code parcel use descriptions because I want to know, for example, where are all the residential one-story buildings in Richmond, Virginia, where I happen to be working. So I choose parcel use description, and then I use the operator is, meaning when it meets that criteria, it'll turn this color. And then I choose the specific thing I care about, in this case, residential one-story, but it could be anything from the drop-down. And then to determine actually what color I want to make this, you have a fill option and then the line option for those parcels which meet this criteria. So here, just for the sake of illustration, I'm going to make them orange. Notice you can also click no color if you don't want there to be a line color or a fill color as you choose. And then when I have this set up, I can click apply. And you can see if I move over to areas where there actually are some of these properties, you can see that they color code accordingly. And if I was to choose a different line color, I would simply select it, hit apply, and it'll update accordingly there as well. I would follow the same process if I want to add another rule. Say I want to make residential two-story, perhaps. I could easily do that this way, and I'll go down here and make this a different color, maybe blue with a dark blue outline. Click apply, and you can see that it updates on the map. So that's basically the setup for the style tools. There's set above parcel rules, which is the default, and then you can apply specific style rules if you want to get more granular and sort of have a little bit more agency over how things look.